I remember growing up and just wishing I could share with people the words that were on my mind, poetry, you know, my writings, my thoughts. When I was younger, due to not being fed the correct way as a child, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, I grew up with a sense of not knowing my own worth and not being able to express that. And when I did express it, people misunderstood. And a lot of the reason why was because I was probably, I would say I'm probably on a spectrum because of my IQ, and you add that to trauma and different things like that, or I don't know what plays into it. It's just the way you're born. So I don't think like everybody else, which leaves me misunderstood, especially if you grow up in the hood. Young kid with a 123 to 125 IQ, growing up in urban area with a family who doesn't have any idea what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to be looked at like a weirdo. But when I got into this rapping thing, which I was doing since I was like 14, I found an outlet that made people pay attention. And so I had a voice. And I thought it was so amazing. Like, wow, I'm standing on a stage now in front of 300 people or something. I remember doing a high school show and things. And I'm feeling like I'm in my element, like it's where I belong. But as I got older, I tried to like see if I could actually make a record, put something out there, actually hear myself on the radio or something. And I couldn't make it happen because it costs so much money, and then there's so much competition and so many people doing the same things that you end up like just feeling like it's never gonna happen, giving up. You're doing little shows, you gotta go to places where people will rob you and not pay you for doing the shows and all this other type stuff. And it can be very discouraging and make you feel like it's hopeless, like there's no point. So after years and years of doing this, finally one day found a way to get my words out there. Look at this. To get my words out there. And I got my words out there in a way that I'm more in the lane of a producer. It's not my voice. But it's just how I imagined the song to be though now. And it's really good, I think. When I listen to it, it expresses exactly what I wanted to say. And it's my story, my personal story, my personal life story. That's why I put my name in it. And now I feel like I have an outlet where the world can hear my story, where I can be heard, where I have a voice. And then suddenly here comes some people who want me to stop, want it to stop, don't want that outlet to be out there. And it makes no mind to me. It's not going to stop for what I'm doing. But at the same time, I'm sad about it because these are probably the same people that had the same mentality I had growing up throughout life, wishing that the outlet was there for a voice, for the story to be told, for the life struggles to be known. When you go through this much, people need to hear it. Whether you write a book, whatever the case may be, you have a story. And however you get it out there to the people and share the story of victory of overcoming these hardships should not be up to a certain vehicle that people want you to follow. Follow. That's the key word. Follow. Follow this. Don't do that. Follow this. We don't agree with that. We don't like that. So stop that. And we're going to now spend time out of our life instead of making music, instead of doing things productive. We're going to take time out of our life to protest against somebody that's doing something positive because of the way that they're doing it, we don't like. And it's something else, man. I could see if I was one of those people that are trying to pretend, or you can't really pretend. You know, you can tell if it's AI. You can tell if the voice is AI. But the voice has to be generated. It has to be programmed. The music has to be generated. The music has to be programmed. And you got to sit there and you got to regenerate it over and over again until you get it perfect. And that takes hours. Hours. Sometimes days. You got to figure out what you want. You got to go through the same creative process. You got to write the song. And then not only do you now have to write the song, but you now have to write in whatever pitch or different type of things that should be inflected in the song in order for it to go the way you want it to. And then you have to do a whole bunch of takes until you get it right. This is not just lack of creativity. I don't understand what people say when they say it's not music. Every time someone makes a beat, they make it on a digital platform. Just like these things we're using with AI. It's a digital platform. So how is it not music? For ages, other people have been writing people's songs. They haven't written their own songs. Beyonce, Drake, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, all these people had ghostwriters, other people that wrote their songs. They did not generate their own song writing. Not all their songs. Especially when it was about some bread. And yet, there's all these things that people decide to overlook. All these things that people decide to overlook in their protest against what sounds good and makes someone feel good and gives someone hope. I don't care if it gives you a hope. I don't care if it sounds good. It's not real music. You need to stop it. You need to destroy that vehicle. That's a selfish thing, and it screams of jealousy and fear. Fear of what? Of something being better than something that you can generate. Of competition. And it's not about a competition. You can't compete against somebody who just wants to tell their life story and make it sound good so that people pay attention. How are you competing against that? But anyway, I found a vehicle. One vehicle anyway. Wrote a book too. But because all these things take money, you know what I'm saying? God has blessed man to create avenues where now the little man, the man at the bottom, can actually do something to tell their story, to get their voice out there, their music out there, whether it's their literal voice or whether it's their written voice or whether it's their creative voice. The whole thing is people are creating. People are feeling inspired. People are trying to share some motivation. People are connecting with people through it. There are sounds that are coming out of these things that are making you tap your feet and nod your head and move your body, how is it not music? I don't know. I just know that it's a blessing because I wouldn't have been able to tell my story, not in this way, if not for these avenues. And I thank God for it. And I thank you for watching. Have a good day. You already know.
You say you love me, then you go cold. Got me standing in the rain with my soul.